So to make these adorable silhouettes, I'm going to start in Canva. I'm going to take a photo, his profile, and we're just going to add it to a blank canvas on Canva. In Canva, I have the pro version of Canva, so I can remove the background of the image, and that's going to remove everything except for his face. Then I'm going to go over to edit the photo and adjust it so that the whole thing is super dark. It's super easy to make these into silhouettes. You just got to adjust the brightness and the different levels of contrast and stuff, and it'll all darken up and make it simply look like a silhouette. Then to just make it a little bit cuter, I'm going to crop out the bottom where his arms were, and I'm just using the magic eraser tool for that. Then I am going to save it as an SVG file so that I can cut it on my Cricut. Then I'm going to open up my Cricut, and I just like to use the circle shape to just as a reference guide for the size of the hoop. So I'm going to put it to a 5-inch circle because that's the size hoop I'll be using. And I'm going to import the image from Canva and add it to my Cricut. Then I'm just sizing it to exactly how I want it to look on the embroidery hoop when I stitch it. I'm placing it a little bit higher because I'm going to have his name embroidered underneath. Then I hooked up my actual Cricut machine, and it just walks you through what you need to do. I'm using infusible ink vinyl, I believe it's called, and that's gonna like print onto the fabric. So it's not gonna be like a layer that you can feel, it's actually gonna dye the fabric. So you can just find whatever vinyl you're using. I guess you could do this with regular heat transfer vinyl too, but I think it just looks better with the infusible ink, it being stained onto the fabric. I always put the setting to more for the pressure of the pen or the tip, whatever. I'm using a fine tip blade and just cutting it out here. a little bit to before you weed it. I'm not sure why. It's just what the instruction says. And then I'm just placing this here to get a feel of where I want it before I actually use my iron and put it on. I'm going to heat up the fabric first, and then I'll put the silhouette on there and heat it for, I think it's like 45 to 50 seconds. I do not have the Cricut press, the heat press. I just use my regular household iron and it's been working fine for me. You have to let it completely cool before you peel it off. And that is it for the silhouette part. So super easy, taking a regular photo, making it into a silhouette onto Canva, and then cutting it out with your Cricut. And then I'm just going to embroider his name at the bottom using a simple backstitch.